Okay, I don't know what's happening here. But seems like I don't know what's going on here because it doesn't show in live. Yo, what's up, guys? I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if I'm live yet or what. But we have to do this. I think it's scheduled live stream then. Are we live yet? Are we live yet? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Hope you all are doing good today. It's a Friday. Man, I can't wait for this day. Let's see how we get everything started, how we get our day started. It's already 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So let's get started, let's get kicking. And I really hope we make money today like any other day. You know, we come in, we make money, we go with our day, we leave, you know. Like there's something that we do every single day. We show up here, we make money, then we go with our day. And hopefully today will be one of those days. Simply because I do believe we have a very profitable trading system as well as what? Yes, let me just say we have a profitable trading system. So I'm going to stick to that. It's a beautiful day. Let's take a good look at our economic calendar here for the day. Do you guys want to see my face as well? I don't know. Economic calendar. It seems like we have a lot of high impact news for the day here. Look at this. There's a lot of red here. But we'll see how we break this through. Okay, I'm gonna start exactly at 9:30. That will be 2:30. But for now, still checking out what's happening, everything, because I haven't prepared for this. I didn't prepare for this at all. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. And guys, please do forgive me if I keep on sneezing. I didn't really prepare anything for the day here. I did not prepare anything, so you know what that means, right? Yeah. So looking at this thing, okay, let me get started here. At 3:15 we have Euro, fresh flash manufacturing PMI as well as with 3:30 as well. German flash manufacturing PMI, German flash service PMI, okay. And at 4, there's a lot of German news concerning the Euro as well. At 4 o'clock we have flash manufacturing PMI as well, flash service PMI. Then at 4:30 GBP, flash manufacturing PMI, flash service PMI. And then 8:30 today, the Canadian dollar retail sales. This will be high impact news today. And used to at 9:45 a.m. here, I will be trading by this time here. And we have flash manufacturing PMI as well and flash service PMI. And at then 10 we have existing home sales. And then we have revised UOM consumer sentiment. Okay, I don't know what are these UOM. I don't know what that is. But then we look at this thing today. Seems like today will be a busy day here. And let's set up everything here. Make sure we have our overlay seems to be really good. Don't forget to like, subscribe. The trading show. Okay, it looks good there. What else do we have to set up here? Okay, guys, let's get going. Let's keep going. So in this case, let's go to our DXY, aka the dollar index. This week here, man, we always nail our bias to the core. Just look at how beautiful this thing is here, right here. Let's remove all of these drawings here so we can start and looking at the technical analysis based on this thing. And our main focus will be what? On the ICT concepts. Look how beautiful this is. We push up to this daily 5-value gap, then it took off to the downside. It melted to the downside. Oh yes, we knew it was going to play out like this. That's me being cocky, by the way. But yeah, I can say we kind of knew that, right? I remember sharing a bias last week, reviewing a weekly bias. I think, when was this? Was it on Sunday? Yes, on Sunday. We did say go check our Sunday market preview here. When we're expecting price to push up into this 5-value gap, then took off the downside. Beautiful setup, right? It's what we anticipated. Go back, check our Sunday's video, as always. So today, what our expectations today is going to be a simplest setup of the day. In this case, we have Monday here with Tuesday, Wednesday form the high of the week here, Thursday huge move to the downside, right? Which means now we're simply expecting what a continuation lower, which means we are bearish today on DXY. Simple. So if you are bearish on DXY today, which means we want to find an opening price, we want to find a manipulation, and we want to trade at the distribution here. That's how I keep it simple. That's how I look at it straightforward, right? So which means in this case, I can start framing up a trade setup, or I can go down to lower time frames, and maybe we can start building up this thing so we can get a very good trading opportunity. Let's go on step by step. So what do we have? What do we go from now? Let's look at a 4-hour chart here. Damn, yesterday I had a beautiful trade on gold, and as well as what? Was it GU or OU? Man, this was just perfect here. This was just perfect here. But then let's go on for the day now. What else do we have? Looking at this thing on a 4-hour chart, we have this to the downside, back up into this 4-hour fair value gap here. Guys, for me, when I look at the range, I don't really care about premium discount. For me, premium discount, it all depends on what the New York midnight opening price. It all depends on the New York mid opening price. So look at this thing on 4-hour chart. Into this 5-value gap here. Let's look at the hourly candle here. Don't forget, it's now 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock tends to be what the manipulation hour. In this case, we have this one. We have 12 o'clock here. Midnight opening price is going to be the New York midnight opening price, right? Which means we're trading above the New York midnight opening price so far, which means we're actually at premium in this case. And we are bearish today, right? We are bearish today, so which means we want to go short above the New York midnight opening price in this case, which means we have a range like this. Let me just make it up. We have this here, we're trading above this. However, we have this Asian range high here, which means it's still intact. So I still want to see price take out this high first here before we can continue the downside, because we need liquidity first. In this case, we have this time-based liquidity, of which will be what? The New York, the Asian session range, Asian sessions highs, this high over here. I want to see price grab the liquidity here before it can push lower, which means in this case, if price can push up to these levels, to these highs, this will be setting up for a continuation to the downside. That's how I keep it simple, right? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to set up this whole thing here. Okay, this will be DXY. Simple on DXY. I won't go into lower time frames now because normally I start trading from 3, guys. I start trading from 3 o'clock. So 2 o'clock I don't. The reason is because 2 o'clock tends to be the manipulation candle, right? So which means I wait for the 3 o'clock candle before I can start trading or start executing. So which means we have about 47 minutes before we start doing anything here. Let's look at the Euro USD. Beautiful setup, beautiful trade that we took yesterday here. However, here's where the beautiful trade. Where was it? There, right here. We had a long signal trade here. We booked some partials, came back, stop break even. There was another entry. This entry here, we didn't get feed. Price just took off to the upside, man. And one thing that makes me happy here is that way more than anything, our bias, whether it be the hourly bias, weekly bias, or daily bias, is always on point. our bias is always on point. So having a specific bias like that, it puts us in a position where it's so easy. You know, when you get your bias so correct, the only thing that you need to do from there on is simply, how do I put it? The next thing that you have to do in this case is simply has to what, be able to take advantage of that candles. Imagine if you know where that hourly candle, daily candle, weekly candle will go, which means you only need to find a way from there on of how to take advantage of that candle, right? That's all you need. That's what normally happens to us here. Oh man, my glasses are kind of weird. I'm trying to set up some other things here, guys, because we all know that I don't normally stream live, so, and I'm not so used to stream live, so I'm gonna need to set up some things over and over here and see some things as well, try to fix them as we go by. Okay, we have the USD daily chart. In this case, we had a very nice Wednesday low of the week as we predicted, and we pushed down into this 5 value gap. We took off yesterday and Thursday, so which means today on a Friday we are bullish. Today we want to say Friday most likely gonna form the high of the week. In this case, Monday still has the high of the week here, right? Monday, so which means we have a very clean look at this thing. We have a very clean high here, but which means we'll aim for this high here of it. Last week's highs, that's where the market will head it up to our draw on liquidity for today. But we can also even aim for this high. This high was Monday 27 January here. Let's just drop a line here because it's so close. This will be our buy side liquidity. That's where the market is headed up to today, or maybe it can be next week. So now the main question that we have in this case is, how do we actually take advantage of this move? Is it simple? Is it easy? Let's find out. Hold on a second. Guess who's back? Okay, so we are bullish on is this DXY? Sorry, this is gonna be Euro USD. We are bullish today since we are bearish on dollar index on a daily chart. Let's look at the 4-hour chart now. How's my mic, by the way? You know. So in this case, we are bullish in this case. Let me remove some other things here. And guys, I know there's a lot of drawings on my charts. Simply means that I'm always busy here. Man, I'm always on my charts. So we have this here. I should call this thing the AMD TV, you know, not simply. Maybe I'll change my name to AMD TV. So we have this candle high here and this candle low. So which means we have a bullish fair value gap here. We checked in this bullish fair value gap on the 4-hour chart. Will the price simply push to the upside? In this case, it's possible that we see higher prices from here on, but then let's see what price what we get from here on. In this case, again, this is me live from my bedroom, by the way. Imagine that. Okay, bullish fair value gap, tagged into it here, higher prices from here. Let's look at hourly candle here and see if maybe we swap the action range. The action range will always be key for me when it comes to my trading, especially euro, pound, and let me just say major pairs. We have the 12 o'clock candle here, the New York midnight opening candle. We opened higher and trade push to the downside in this case, which means we are trading below, which means in this case price is really what, a discount, and we are bullish today. So I want to see higher prices. However, looking at this thing, in my problem now is simply we still have this thing here. We still have this sell side resting below this low here within the 7 value gap as well. So which means I would like to see a price pushing lower here, grabbing liquidity action range sessions low before it checks off. And there's no question here that price will push it upside. This, we obviously even have this relative equalizer or a failure swing here, which means this will be what, a low resistance liquidity run. The question, no question now is that actually how do we take advantage of this move? And for me, what I see, I'll need to see price taking out this lows first, then it can push higher. Low, it's a start frame trade setup here. We cannot frame a trade setup yet because we're still anticipating. I'm going to start trading at 3 o'clock because I need a 2 o'clock candle. The 2 o'clock candle is very important to me because at 2 o'clock, it tends to be the manipulation candle. My camera looks bad. Right? Yeah, my camera looks bad. You don't need a camera that looks like that, by the way. After all, guys, you don't need to see my face. So what we do from here on a euro, we wait for this hourly candle here. It has about 40 minutes to close. We wait and see how this candle closes, and how this candle closes actually will determine what we do next. And most of you know that most of my trades are simply based on what, on the hourly candle, how the opening and closing of that candle. All in all, today looking at euro here, we are bullish, want to see higher prices, and now we're trading within this range here between this low and high, so which means we want to see price taking liquidity first before we can consider taking a trade. Simple as that. Let's look at GU. No, I'm not shy. I'm not shy. Okay, so let's go to daily chart here. Let's look at this thing on the daily chart. Wait a minute. Shit, I forgot my coffee. Let's look at GBP USD today. Weekend. Damn, man, like we always, this thing called bias, we always nail this thing to the point, you know. Like I don't even know who told me how to determine bias. We are bullish. Low of the week on Wednesday here. High of the week will be today on Friday. Our drawn liquidity, we have this failure swing here, very small one. We have this one here as well, and this line right here, it's here on a weekly chart. Weekly 5 gap, the space between this thing and here. However, I'm gonna make this will be our drawn liquidity, not today, but as well as next week. We remain bullish. So if you are bullish, and here if I'm bullish, as always, if I'm bullish, I always want to see the opening price, I want to see the manipulation, so I can trade on the distribution to the upside. Simple as that, right? Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. However, I call myself the MD trader after all. So which means I want to find and see accumulation, I want to find the manipulation, so I can trade the distribution. Wait a minute here, there's something missing. Okay, guys, we are back. We are back here. So now we have this. We are bullish on GU here. What I said, accumulation, manipulation. That's so we can trade a distribution. We want to buy this thing today, right? So, and as always, let's go down to 4-hour chart now. Don't forget, in this case, okay, this looks pretty nice here. We have this 4-hour fair value gap here, of which you didn't take into it here, looking at this thing here. And this indicates that we have what with EU here, SMT, right? However, so I'm not going to consider this as SMT yet, as of yet. The reason being, I'm still expecting price to take out this low first here before you can consider taking a trade. So I'm not going to look at this thing here, add this SMT for now. I'm going to wait a little bit longer here, and maybe price will still push back down into this range here before it takes off. Oh, look at this on G here. Action highs has been taken out here. We have relative equalizer. Okay, this looks like a crazy setup now. Buy sell liquidity has been swept over there, so which means can price push lower to take out the Asian sessions low here? Let's find out. We have midnight opening candle right here to New York. So if we have the New York opening candle in this case, which means let's mark it up. Let's mark it up here. We open lower here and went to the upside. We're trading above it, trading at a premium here. So which means when I see price coming to discount before we can go. This posted some crazy ideas in my mind, you know what? So what I'm gonna be looking for in this case, which means there's a good chance that you can sell this thing here down to Asian levels before we push higher, which means in this case we'll be getting what, a double page. It's possible. So if you get a double page in this case, if you get a double page, which means we have to find a way of how we can take advantage of it, right? In this case, we have this low, put down this highs. I mean, so we have high. Can price push down to this low? I don't know. Let's see if we can take advantage of this. However, this thing for me, it will determine by that 2 o'clock candle. 2 o'clock candle is key for me. How this candle actually closes here will determine what I do in the following hour, because my trades, most of my trades are simply based on being able to identify it's always the idea of being able to tell the next hourly candle bias. If it's bullish, so I'll be looking for buy signals. If it's bearish, I'm looking for sell signals, right? That's all I'm waiting for here in this case. So we will wait a bit longer and see if we actually get this setup here. This will be GU. Let's go to Aussie. Lately on Aussie, I haven't been really taking some profitable trades. I don't know why is that. In this case, the low of the week was on Thursday, is the high of the week set on Friday here, and I'm still bullish in this case. Aussie seems like would be the best pair for a day here. Let's clean this thing up here. And again, guys, how I trade, I actually have I don't really care what happened with the previous year. I know some people like when I trade, go to monthly chart, Let me do this. Where you're gonna have to start analyzing the monthly chart, and quarterly chart, like all that. I actually don't need all of that. I don't need all of that. From me, I'm gonna start trading right here, away from where I sit, where I'm gonna start analyzing here on a daily chart. However, on Sundays when I do the forex market preview, I can look at the weekly chart, but I don't really need to. Right? We look at this thing here on a daily chart, right? We have always we are bullish. In this case, we look at this side here. We have, in this case, we have no error of inefficiency, and all of this price, we have lower price push back up into order block, to a downside, back into order block, push lower, back into order block, lower, back into order block in this case, which means here we have no error of inefficiency as well. Order block has been mitigated here, which means price action this here, I'm sure should consider this, all of this as low resistance liquidity in this case. So which means in this case, the market most likely gonna run through this. Look what? Like comb in my hair. So which means in this case, will be bullish in this case. This will be what? A low resistance liquidity run. So which means I'm bullish up to this high. I want to see higher price up until this high here. This high, let's go weekly chart here a bit, maybe. Okay, we also have this high set here. This will be 65.49. Let's just say 65.50 here for the sake of even number there. So which means in this case we are bullish today, higher prices, and I love this. If I'm bullish, price simply, I want to see the opening price, right? I want to see opening price, I want to see manipulation, so can trade distribution of that day, in this case happen to be a Friday. Did you make money this week? Man, I made a killing this week, by the way. It's been a while since I made over 49 in a week. And I took way more trades this week more than I did in a very long time. In this case, let's put some proper lipsticks here. If you want to have sell side liquidity in this case, we don't need to do this, by the way. push up to say high, boom up high over there, price can back up to this fair value gap here. We don't actually quite need to do all of this. We can only focus on what's right here, because that's where the money is. That's where we should be focused on. Okay, in this case, we are bullish for the day. Where's our drawn liquidity for the day? Today, we can even aim for this high here. This high is going to be 64.71. That will be our drawn liquidity today. We open, push lower, push above previous day's high. We're pushing lower now. In this case, will be the manipulation of the day here. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, we took down into this fair value gap, BC, aka BC, by certain balances and efficiency. And I do apologize, guys. I can be way too fast when I talk. I can be way too fast, especially when I'm trying to beat the clock. But in this case, we still have about 30 minutes here, so I don't really care about time. BC here, bullish BC. I don't really care. Again, I don't pay attention when it comes to premium discount, because generally anyone will be anticipating to look price action like this. In this case, we want to see a price pushing back into discount, right? From a discount, it all depends on the opening range. In this case, if price is trading below the midnight opening price, it's a discount. If it's trading above it, it's actually what? A premium. That's all. So which means in this case, let's look at the midnight opening candle here. This will be the 12 o'clock candle Eastern Standard Time. Right there, we open, push lower to the downside, which means the trading below it, meaning we are what? Bearish. Sorry, I mean we are trading at discount in this case, discount of this range. We're at a discount at this fair value for our BC here, which means what else do we have? We swept this lows here, Asian range liquidity has been swept as well, which means we have what? Now we have this thing here has no reason to push it downside. So what I'm gonna need in this case, when look at this thing in this case, what I'm gonna need here on Aussie, I will need this hourly candle here to actually close above this high. Let me repeat that. I will need Aussie to actually close above this high. If it closes above this high, this will indicate that we are bullish and we'll see higher prices from here on, right? So which means we'll wait for this hourly candle to close. We actually have about 28 minutes, 20 seconds here. So we'll wait. If you push up and close above this high, which means on the next hour we will be what? We will be bullish, and we will be buying AUD USD. Simple as that, right? So we wait for it. We actually left with this about 28 seconds here. So 28 minutes, not seconds. So we wait and we wait until we get this type of setup. If we don't get it, we don't do anything, guys. We simply sit on our hands. Now it's gonna be a perfect setup. Let's wait for it again, which means now we have Euro, GU, Aussie. Let's look at Kiwi. Normally, look at this. We have SMT here, right? Oh man, you should pay attention, bro, pay attention. Look at this here. You know, on Aussie, the low of the week happened to be yesterday here on Aussie. Low of the week was yesterday, which means Aussie took out this liquidity here, but Kiwi says, man, we're heading to the upside. So which means we have a bullish day. And today we're simply expecting what? A continuation to the upside. If we're expecting a continuation to the upside, where to, in this case, I'm gonna keep it simple, we are pushing hard to this BC here. Sorry, to this CB. Sell-side imbalance by sign efficiency, aka fair value gap on a weekly chart. Let's look at a daily chart here. Right there, we have this high as well. Let's drop a line. This will be our draw on liquidity. Then we'll keep it simple. Oh guys, we are up 14, and look at this, how crazy this drawings here. It means this, guys, we always trading this pair. Whenever you see so many drawings in chart, it simply means we are always busy on a specific pair. The only question I have in this case, I always do, guys, I only need about 3R today. Since I'm up 14R, if I get 3R trades, then I'll be up 20R for this week. Don't forget, we also have those trades that we took for some partials, not included here. I don't count those two, so which means if I'm gonna add those two, which means I'm supposed to be up about 17R. So yeah, let's leave it there. This will be our SMT here, down into what? Bullish fair value gap. Push down into it. Look at the wicks, look at the bodies here. The wicks do damage. The body tells a story. Equilibrium of range took off. Bullish day. Want to see what today? A continuation, which means want to see opening price. Want to see price trading below the opening price. Guys, I hope you don't get tired of hearing me say this. I want to see, if I'm bullish, I want to see the opening. I want to see the manipulation, so I can actually trade what? The distribution. That's why I call myself the AMD trader. Oh guys, I hope you guys can hear me. So we go down to the 4-hour candle for our chart here. What do we see here? Bullish price action. Price moving sideways here. Oh, this is key. This is going to be the accumulation. I want to see manipulation to the downside here first. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, God. I made a mistake here. I didn't really make a mistake. Oh, it's for our chart. I thought it's on our chart. Make my bad. In this case, came back down into piece. No, let me stop using lines here. It seems like my charts have a lot of lines. So in this case, we have a bullish piece. We have a piece here. Buy-side balance and efficiency, aka bullish 5-hourly gap, right there. What else do we do? In this case, we are bullish hourly candle here. What am I looking for in an hourly candle? Don't forget we have the same thing that we have on Aussie here, and the hourly candle here is key. In this case, the midnight opening candle is key for me. Reason being, I want to go long below it and I want to go short above it. Here, since I'm bullish, we're trading below it, meaning we are actually trading a discount. In this case, look at this thing here. Very beautiful setup here. Push below this low action range. Action sessions lows has been swept. Sell side liquidity has been swept. In this case, now we are bullish. We want to buy. So, however, if we close, if this hourly candle closes above this candle here, this will mean to me that the next hour candle or the 3 o'clock candle will be a bullish candle. So, which means that will be a buy signal. So, if this closes above this case, which means on the next 3-hour candle, or I'm sorry, the 3-hour candle will be the 3 o'clock candle. We'll be waiting for accumulation, see the manipulation, so we can. Let me say it one more time, since I keep on reporting this. I want to see the accumulation. We'll trade lower, get the manipulation, so we buy this thing, anticipating what? The distribution. Beautiful setup here. Manipulation into for our favorite gap, seeking higher prices. If you want, if you don't mind trading in this hour. Oh, damn. Okay. I hope you see what I see here. What do you see here? We have this fella swing as our drawn liquidity, right? What else do we see? We have this low, high over there, lower low here, price took off. And we actually closed above the opening of this range, which means makes this what? A change instead of deliver. High probability order block. Let me see here. Okay. We have this. However, we have no SMT here, so not really quite ideal for me. What else do we see in this case? Let's go down 5 minutes chart here, so you can clearly see it. What do we see in this case? We have this low, high over there, lower low, push above this high. Market structure shift here. This was the first pair that I went even below the hourly candle. No problem, let's remove this thing. This was a 15 minutes chart. Market structure shift. We are bullish, remember? We broke above this high. Bullish breaker here. Breaker. Bullish order block here. So which means we're expecting price to push down to this level higher. Do we have a 5-value gap in this case? Not quite. We only have a 5-value gap down here. So this most likely going to be a breakaway gap. We actually tagged into the breaker here. But because I don't trade this hour here, I'm not going to check this trade. I will wait for 3 o'clock. Which also happened to be the London Session Silver Bullet. Looks interesting, right? Let's go to the next one. In this case, let's go to gold. I know most of you trade gold. Oh, yesterday on gold, I had a beautiful position here. Where was it? Right here. This was my trade, and my TP was actually 3.28R, but I actually closed this trade right here with simply 2.64R. Yes, I closed this yesterday with just that. Where was it? Let me just confirm here. Yes, it was 2.64R when we closed it. So this was the entry here. Price pushed lower, boom, kind of move sideways like we normally see gold doing during New York session. Tends to move sideways, and I made a total of 1,872 of this trade. Beautiful trade. We close it manually. So what happens? We don't care what happened yesterday, by the way. And know what they say, past performance is not indicative of what? Future performances. I don't know what they say, but I have to rely on the data to see how it will perform. Imagine I come in here, right? I say past performance is not indicative of future performances, but I still rely on that data to determine how I'm going to risk on my next trade. So which means I actually rely on my past performance to tell me Well, sounds crazy, right? Let's clean up our charts here a bit. Today's Friday, right? Remember, it's Friday. We're making money this side. When we're eating over here, get yourself a plate. We're looking at gold here, and the past few days has been moving sideways. In this case, looking at this thing, I don't have it in clear bias because this here, actually Wednesday, suggested I should be expecting a bearish day here. We didn't get that, and then again, this was sideways, push up this high. So today, yes, this technically suggests a bearish day, but I will not be interested in going short on gold. I see a delay here between when I'm speaking, actually when I see on YouTube right there, there's a very slight delay. Actually, guys, my local time here is 9:40 now, and it's 2:40 Eastern Standard Time, New York time. We have this bullish fair value gap here. In this case, let's treat this way. In this case, we have internal range liquidity on a daily chart. We push up into external range liquidity, so which means we can push lower down into this internal range liquidity before we check off to the upside. That will be the key here, how we approach this thing here. And again, let's look at this candle here. We have this some sort of relative equal lows as well here, so which means this will be our drawn liquidity at this time or at this day or during the session. Let's look at the 4-hour candle here to tell our session. In this case, oh god, looking at this session here, it suggests the bullish session. However, we also got rejection here, so which means it's a no. I don't like when gold does this, by the way. But we'd like to see some movement from 3 o'clock here, and we'll take advantage of this. Let's go to our chart. Our candle is where the things are happening. And this thing here. What do you do when you have a price action like this? It's simple. Obviously, it signals something. The question is, what do you do? You know, I base my trading on the basis of see, mean, do, which means what do you see when you look at the chart? What does it mean to you? And what do you do from there on? Simple, right? Good. Which means in this case, we are bullish. Oh, sorry. I'm bearish on gold today. Honestly, price pushing down to this daily fair value gap here. Right. So if we are bearish today, based on this, our daily candle as well suggests that we should be bearish today. And we also have this relative equal lows here, which means bearish as well. Let's go down to our candle. Right there, we opened here, push above it, which means we are at a premium. And if you are premium, if you are bearish, you always want to do what? I always want to go short above the New York midnight opening price and go long below it, which means here this might be setting up for a chance to go what? To go short. And again here, we look at this hourly candle here. If this hourly candle closes below this high here, this will be a signal for me that from the 3 o'clock candle you will be bearish. So which means I want to take advantage of the 3-hour candle, which means I want to sell the 3 o'clock candle. Is it that simple? Something like that. Once you know where the hourly candle is going, your only job is to find a way of taking advantage of it. I don't like what I see here. I believe you see it as well. This price action here, I don't like it at all. This to me looks like we some sort of a seek and destroy profile. Push above this low, below this low, yes, liquidity has been swept. Push higher in this case to this highest, this higher as well. A relative equal high is there, pushed below this low, failure swings here. Look at this 3 candle, push high in there, failure swing as well. This thing right here is simply engineering liquidity. And we have a price action like this where simply engineering liquidity. It may mean 2 things to you. It simply means that stay away from this, or not really that you stay away from it. You simply wait for price to simply sweep liquidity. Only then and only then you'll take advantage of this move. Hold on guys a second here. And why do you want to see my face? So we are back here on gold. In this case, I will wait a little bit longer here until we see some sort of liquidity sweep, because this right here is actually engineering liquidity. So it might sweep the highs or lows. We don't know which one yet. So we'll wait for it. We will wait for it. Oh, guys, okay, I see something here. No group, okay, very nice. AMD campus, which means there's something in this case. Is this love? Is this love? Don't be shy. So what do we do from here on? Let's look at the indices. Let's look at the Dow. Oh shit. I cannot take this call at the moment. I am currently busy. Let's look at USD here. Daily chart. We go down. Man, yesterday my bias on the Dow, I was incorrect. I was wrong yesterday when my bias when it comes to the Dow Jones, aka USD. I was wrong here. Yes, I said it right, guys. I was wrong yesterday looking at daily bias. Yesterday I was bullish, but price went lower, taking out all of these lows here, right? Which means on Dow Jones, aka USD, I was wrong when it comes to my daily bias. So which means in this case, we swept these lows here to down, so heavily bearish candle here, and in this case we reach this level. We swept this low actually, which means this will be Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. Monday high of the week, Thursday low of the week here. So which means this candlestick suggests a continuation to downside here. However, we have this retrieval lows here. Not the cleanest one here. Okay. So with this being said, technically I'm supposed to be bearish here, but I remain bullish on this one. We still have this very clean drawn liquidity. This rate equalize. We have this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this case, 5 candles at the same levels, which means I'm bullish. I want to see high prices to this level. Until then, which means I won't be taking any swing trades in this case. I'll be focusing on this day trades where I'm in and out, every single day. Right, so which means how do we go from here on? Daily chart, let's move down to a 4-hour chart now. What do we see in a 4-hour chart? I see nothing interesting here. We push lower on this side, inside bar, which means in this case, and if we are still trading within this candle here, within this candle range here, I do nothing. We're simply getting inside bar. After that, okay, do nothing in this case, which means in this case, okay, Dow Jones, US 30, now London session. I'm gonna skip this one. I won't trade the Dow Jones in this session. I'll simply sit on the sidelines and watch. Let's go down to Nasdaq. Okay, daily chart. Damn. Man, there's something missing. There's something I want to do here. I'm not sure how to do it, by the way. I'm not sure how to do this. Let me just check here. Okay, now hold on a second, guys. It's 10 minutes before trading time. Okay, wait a minute. What have I done here? Okay, look at this thing. Nasdaq, okay, US 30. We this was the all-time. Was this the all-time high there? Yes, it was the all-time high. In this case, I'm more interested. Damn, Seems that my camera is about to shut down, by the way. Yes, my camera depends on battery. It's an external camera. In this case, Nasdaq, which means I'm bullish on Nasdaq today. This will be again, guys. Nasdaq is self-explanatory here. Nasdaq so self-explanatory. What are we looking at in this case? Look at this. Look at the previous day here. This push below this low, but failed to close below it, which means this was simply what liquidity sweep in this case. Sell liquidity was swept back down into what? Oh man. Self-explanatory, right? Which means we push down into internal range liquidity. Now our goal is to buy this thing, anticipating a price to rally to the upside, which into this buy side liquidity from internal up into external. It's that simple. So which means we're bullish when it comes to Nasdaq in this case for our candle here. Yes, we're trading below. We're still trading within that within that. Oh, sorry, we saw the low here, unlike the Dow Jones, which means this is perfect, yeah? Sell side liquidity swap, or we can even look at this one right here. Damn, look at that. Sell side liquidity was swept here, which means we're pushing higher. In this case, now I am bullish. In this case, I have more interest going long than going short, which means if you get a sell signal, I will not check that trade, which means I'm more interested in buy. Damn, look at me repeating the same thing. Let's look at the hourly candle in this case. However, this is my problem here. I am bullish, right? So if I'm bullish, I always want to see price trading against me first. Or in this case, initially, we have the opening candle right here, midnight, right? Price push higher, which means in this case, we want to go long, and we are now actually at premium. So which we always want to go long at discount, right? So which means you don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So which means we have to wait a little bit longer here, and actually before we can actually start. But we have to wait for price to push lower to this levels, below this level, even sweep these lows before it can push higher. However, this hourly candle here, it seems like it's about to close. If this hourly candle here closes below this high here, this will mean to us that the next hourly candle will be bearish, will be selling this thing to these levels before we can look for longs during the New York session. I hope I said that right. So now we are left with only about 8 minutes here. I'm gonna recap, guys, and what I'll do just now, I just give you maybe my bias for the whole day, right? But what I'm about to do now is actually switch the script a little bit here. Now we'll be focusing on what our main focus or main goal from now on is simply looking at this thing based on the next hourly candle. I'm gonna recap, guys, and we will focus on the next hourly candle or the 3 o'clock candle. That will open at 3 o'clock and closes at 4 o'clock, right? So how do you approach this thing with this thing? Anticipating the price action like that. So which means it's going to be the simplest way possible. And how so? We want to go along this thing. So now I'm gonna give you something, guys. If you have a pen and paper in this one, if you have a pen and paper here, I would suggest that you take it, make use of it now. How do we do that? Let's break it down this way. If you have a pen and paper now, make use of it. Let's look at EURUSD here. I'm gonna go back to EURUSD here, and I'm gonna focus on this hourly candle here. Right, because the hourly candle, yes, this will be in line, not really, some of the candles may not be in line with the daily bias, but because we want to trade the London session here, and London session, and I'm a day trader, guys. I am a day trader, right? Which means I want to get in and get out of position within a specific hour, right? So which means I'm gonna trade a 3 o'clock candle. In this case, we look at this here, this will be EURUSD, right? We look at this hourly candle, this will be a 2 o'clock candle and a 1 o'clock candle. If price action here or this hourly candle closes up based all of my entries, most of my entries simply based on one simple principle here, is somewhat is displacement and failure to displace. Meaning if this hourly candle pushes higher, oh wait guys, you don't mention that my mic is doing some crazy things there. Let me just lower the volume here on my mic. Let me see where it picks up. Okay, right there, minus 20 decibels. Okay. If this candle here closes above this candle's high, this will mean we had a displacement to the upside, meaning the 3 o'clock candle will be a bullish candle, which means we'll be looking for buy signals only. Let's come down to GU here. This is how I'll keep it simple. However, I might be having a problem with GU because we took out this high, but same principle here. Well, let's look at this thing here. And this is so simple, and this is how what I use to actually tell each and every not each and every candidate bias, right? I might get some biases wrong, right? But most of the time, most of the trade, yes guys, we are up over almost 40, we are up over 14R for this week, simply because using this method. In this case, it's simple. We look at this hourly candle here. If this candle closes above this candle's high, of which this one obviously will do so, will close above this high. This will simply mean the next hourly candle will be bullish candle, which means in this case, I will be looking for buy signals only. The only question in this case will have to be, when do you take a trade and where do you put your targets? Do you place your targets? That's all we're waiting for here in this case. This candle here will push and close above this candle. Overwatch push above this side here will close above this side, which means yes, most of you may be looking at this case, but we have a liquidity sweep. I see that, right? But I tell you this, in this case, the next hourly candle will be a bullish candle. I'll be buying that candle regardless of everything else that I see. Same thing, let's go down to Aussie now. I'm trying to keep it simple now. If Aussie fails to close above this high here, which means I'll be looking for sell signals. And here is something that also may be confusing, right? You might see, okay, in this case, let's look at Euro here. Euro, if Euro closes above this high, oh sorry, Euro may close, I'm not sure what Euro will do here. Let's put at this, if Euro closes above this high, will be bullish, right? However, GU, up as the same thing, but look at Aussie here, it closes below, and Kiwi closes below this thing, below this high. So what do you do in these cases? Which means if I have moves like that, which means I'm gonna pay attention to what I pay attention on the dollar index. What is DXY actually doing? Looking at this thing, we are left with only about 4 minutes here. So right, so if in this case DXY actually closes, in this case, look at this hourly candle, this is going to be 1 o'clock candle, this will be 2 o'clock candle, right? If DXY actually closes or fails to close, look, okay, let's go to it this way. If DXY push below this candle low here but fail to close below it, this will indicate to me that the next hourly candle is bullish buy signals only, which means in this case we have, in this case like we saw, seems like price rejecting this level. If it fails to close above this high, this will be sell signals. If it closes above it, buy signals. That's how I keep it simple. That's how I always get to the hourly bias so correct most of the time. Just it's the same method that I use to tell my daily bias. And if you see this with the daily bias, weekly bias, we've been nailing to the point, guys. We use this very same method here. It's so simple, it's straightforward, and let's apply it here over and over again. And how do you do that? Which means now we're simply waiting for this candle to close, this hourly candle to close. We have Euro here, we have GU here, we have Aussie as well. Okay, Aussie is rejecting this level, indicating if we close below this high here, we'll be selling the 3 o'clock candle. Kiwi, what is Kiwi doing? NZUSD rejecting this level. If it closes below this high here, we'll be selling this thing here. Swiss franc, I mean, this is how I simply traded this thing on day-to-day basis. Yes, I might have everything, daily bias, weekly bias, and all these things, but when it comes to the specific time and this way, that's why I took so many trades this week, and of which most of them are profitable simply using this method. Are you with me still? So now we wait a little bit longer here. Wait a bit. I need to get some. Wait a little bit here, guys. Where's my class, by the way? So now, since we are waiting for this, and again guys, most of my sessions I'm supposed to be trading and just doing what I do, this thing every single day. However, I prefer just throwing up some lessons from time to time. So if you got short Euro here, where do we put our targets? We have this Asian range low here. It's obvious we will be selling Euro here. I don't think price can still spike up above this high in the next 1 hour 30 seconds. So 1 minute 30 seconds. I don't think price will still push above this high, so we'll wait a little bit longer here. And you know, guys, what is this guy saying, by the way? Now we are at a point where, like, you know, when it came to maybe my trading career or trading business, yeah, my main focus used to be about trying to be the best and all that, you know. Guys, I don't really care about that anymore. I don't care about being the best anymore. My main objective now, I just want to make money, guys. I just want to make money. I come in here every single day, and maybe having this, it puts me in a position where, like, you know, I've seen some traders come into my chest and say, you know, no, bro, you were wrong there and there. I don't really care, bro, what you think. If you think I'm wrong there, good for you. But as long as I'm making money, I'm good. Like, there's no point of being right on your chart but wrong on your equity curve. Imagine you coming every single day, and then on your charts you want to be 100% correct, but look at your equity curve. Your equity curve is actually moving like this. But yeah, you come into people's chat and tell them, no bro, you are wrong there and there. Man, who cares? I believe our main goal here, and this is where the competition starts with among traders, right? Where you see a lot of traders competing, say, you bro, you're always wrong there and there. Like, guys, our main goal here, most of us, is just to make money, nothing else. There we go. We close below this leg candle, right? Which means now Euro, USD, I'll be looking for a chance to go short. What about GU here? I'm gonna stay away from GU. I will stay away from GU here. Let's look at OZ. We trade close below this low here, below this high, sorry, which means on this hourly candle on OZ, I am bearish. I wanna sell OZ here, and that's about NZUSD. I wanna sell NZUSD as well. Swiss franc. I won't be trading Swiss franc at all lately. USD CAD. This suggests that we should be bullish in this case because it closed above this candle, so like that. So now look at gold here, push above this high but fit close above it, which means this is key here. This is an ideal setup here, first setup of the day. This will be on gold. We push above this candle high, right, fit close above it, which means good. Now we open here, push higher, which means we want to do what? Trade distribution to the downside. Trade that distribution to a downside. So which means now let's switch. I'm gonna drop some lines here, boom, boom, right there. Let's go down to 5 minutes chart now. This is what I excel in. So on this candle here, on this 2 o'clock candle here, I want to see the accumulation, I want to see the manipulation, so I can trade at that distribution. One thing I don't like about gold here today is that we have this fella swings here, and as well as these lows right here, right? This is what I don't like about gold today. This seems like low resistance liquidity, but let's go do it this way. If we have the same thing on silver, which means I won't trade gold at all. Okay, this one we have SMT here, right? Which means here we have SMT, which means we can look for long shorts here. We have SMT here, which means okay, we are going to the downside now. We're looking for just go short to sell gold. What do we do in this case? We don't need to take liquidity in this case. We push, we have this low, high. Okay, we have a search up here, guys. 3 minutes chart. We have SMT here. This will be the high, low, high, low, high, lower low here. This will be a market star shift here. Damn, I missed this one, guys. We push a little bit here. I missed this 5 value gap here while I was still looking at this thing here. This was a 5 value gap here. It's supposed to be the tracker trade here on the out of this 5 value gap, expecting lower prices. This was supposed to be like this. This 8 o'clock candle exactly stops above this high. Don't worry, guys. If you this we are not interested, maybe aim for this low there. What I'm gonna do in this case, I'll look for the continuation model. A continuation model. This was supposed to be trade like this one. Okay, we didn't get it. No worries. Let's go up to Euro now. Wait a minute. What is Euro doing here? We are bearish on this hourly candle, right? We are expecting lower prices from here on. Let's drop a line here. We want to see lower prices down to 5 minutes chart now. Where's my MT5? Oh yes, my MT5 is ready. Look, okay, this is the thing of a beauty here, and the only thing that I have, the only problem that I have here is that I will be going short below this mid but so far it will be at close proximity, so it's still good. We have this high and this high here, sell side, buy side liquidity was swept here, right? We take this high is there. We have this high, a low, higher high over there, then displays to the downside. This is a market structure shift. This happened exactly after 2, which means this 3 o'clock candle we opened here. This will be here in this 3 o'clock. Since I'm bearish, right, I want to sell above the 3 o'clock candle, which means I want to find the accumulation. I want you to manipulate higher, and I want this manipulation to be higher way to into this breaker order block as well as 5 value gap, which means I'm going to mark this breaker here. I want to see price action pushing higher here into this bullish break, sorry, bearish breaker here. So if this thing will push higher to this breaker, I will be safe setting up sell signal here, anticipating what lower price from there. Let me just do this thing here. It's about to go down, guys. It's about to go down, and I hope I'll be, man, gold is gone, but we don't worry. Okay, pretty nice. It seems like that might look good. So Euro, we are waiting for a sell signal. Let me keep with my watch list here on our 5 minutes chart, watching Euro here, right? What else am I looking for? Let's close this and this. Okay, trying to set up my charts pretty, so my charts will look pretty good. We have euro there, right? Let's move this to the side. What's the next pair? Or gold is gone. We don't care about gold anymore. GU, I'm gonna skip GU. Let's look at Aussie. Remember Aussie, our currently here we are bearish on Aussie. Bearish on Aussie as well. Let me see NZD as well. Aussie and NZD. Okay, this looks good. Looks like we'll likely get a trade signal on Aussie as well. Let's go to 5 minutes chart now. So this high is there. Good. Push below this low, up this high. Seems like Aussie we displaced lower, and damn, look at gold, guys. Damn. Why are we not in this trade? Look at this thing here. Okay, we focus on Aussie. Rejection of this kind of this order block by side liquid has been swept here. It seems like we'll be getting a trade setup on. Yes, there is a setup here. I'm gonna clean up my charts a bit here. Man, there's a very high momentum to downside on gold, and we are not in that trade. Let's focus on what we have. Aussie, 1 minute chart. I want to set displacement below this low here, which means we'll be keeping an eye on this level here on Aussie. I want to set displacement lower market with market, because I want a displacement with the market star shift, right? It must push below this low here. That will give us a sell signal. What about NZD/USD? Where's that 3 o'clock candle here? Let's remove this thing here. Oh guys, don't worry, I always manage to look at so many charts at the same time. Not a clean setup in this case. We also have some relative equal highs here by sell liquidity, so we'll wait if maybe price will sweep this highs first before we can consider looking for a signal for an entry. We wait a little bit longer here on Aussie. There's nothing else. Man, gold, I'm not so happy about gold. Look at this thing here. But hey, it's part of the business. You will miss some and you'll get some. Oh, did I say you'll get some? Not in that way, by the way. So on gold, yes, we have bearish, price pushing lower there. Let's look at the Dow Jones in this case. What about Nasdaq? We push above. I'm gonna skip Nasdaq today. Let's focus on euro here. I think the most best setup in this case is here on euro USD. So now we're simply waiting for price action to push back up into this highs. Then we'll get a signal there. What about GU? I said on GU, I'm not really interested in this one based on, but since we opened here at 2-3 o'clock here, we've been pushing low. We swept this high, so no signal here, no entry here on GU as well. So which means Aussie, maybe not. Remember on Aussie, I was waiting for displacement to the downside in this case. If price takes above this out this high, which means now we have this low here that should be paying attention to. On this 1 minute chart until you get displacement to these levels right here, equalize that. We need to sweep these highs before we can push lower. And I'm looking at the gold setup here, man. Damn, this right here could have been my trade of the day here, like a 3R. I'll be done with this thing. I'll be done for the day, just like this. One simple trade setup like this, I'll be done. Like I always say to my group guys, 3R a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. That's all I need. 3R a day is all I need. Like 3%. Okay, let's not look at gold anymore. Aussie, finally we saw this highs here, which means when I say I have a problem with the Aussie here. Let's see. Yes, we are bearish, but this thing here, we have this high here. This high is so close to this, so let's look at this thing here. Let's see if you can sweep those highs first. If you can sweep those highs first, we consider going short. Euro is coming back to us now. Okay, euro. Was on 5 minutes chart, right? High momentum currently. And don't forget, guys, if price would come back up in this area here, we don't go short yet. We will be looking for the entry model on the 1 minute chart. This is simply where a point of interest. It simply means my point of interest. Now we opened here, pushing above the opening price. This will be what, which means it's what. Now look at this thing this way. This is the accumulation here of this hourly candle, right? This is the accumulation sideways move, which means this, I'm gonna put it in this way. Accumulation is put in gray, so which means now it's the manipulation, the move to the upside here. So which means once you get this manipulation up into this point of interest, so which means what do I want to do? I want to sell the distribution, anticipating price will push lower. Yeah, I did say, guys, you need to have a pen and paper whenever you're coming to my live streams. It's very important that you do. Another thing else, we also check into this fair value gap here. We look at this fair value, 5 minutes fair value gap here, which means on 1 minute chart here, we can start framing up a sell setup here. We wait and we wait and we wait. But I see something already here, but let's wait for a bit longer. Let's clear this thing up here. You know, I talk too much, I know. We have equal highs here on Aussie. I wanna see a liquidity sweep here before we can consider going short. I want to see price sweeping up these highs here. What about NZD/USD? Kiwi finally on Kiwi swept above this highs, so which means we can start framing setup. However, without looking at this thing here, we have SMT here, NZG and Q. Swiss franc. I have no interest in trading Swiss franc today. Okay, guys, for those of you who love seeing my face, I'm gonna have to go say goodbye to my face. My face will be out in a moment here. Oh, let's see what our live stream is setting. Everything is good here in this case. I have no interest in Swiss franc today, guys. What about USD CAD? No interest in this one as well here. Gold is gone. Okay, so which means we're gonna focus on this thing. We still have a setup on Euro, Aussie, Euro, and Aussie will be 2 setups for this day, for the specific day here. Here's the problem. Aussie reversing from this level here, and we have equal highs, so that's gonna be a problem for us because we cannot check a sell signal while we have these equal highs. So which means Kiwi will be key here. If NZD USD here displays and closes below this low here, what are you doing on Telegram is PY? If we displace and closes below this low here, will be I just realized something here. This setup here is also in line with our silver bullet model that we trade, right? But today I won't be taking trades based on the silver bullet. I want to focus on one model, and today only, and I'll be streaming live up until 11. Sorry, we only have like about 49 minutes now. So what is this guy saying here? Now guys, I've realized something, here. There's quite a delay between when I talk and when you can actually hear me. I don't know how to set that thing up because I'm new to YouTube live streams now. So you guys gonna have to forgive me for that. But I hope in the future I'll be able to get it right. We're gonna set displacement below this low. We'll use this down close as a breaker. We have this up close as an order block. Then we'll be going short here. PMI news. Yes, we have news. When looking at Euro here, we have news from here on. Almost the whole day. 330, 315, 330 here. Oh man. Let's get displacement here. That's what I'm gonna focus. Let's focus on Kiwi and Aussie. But on Aussie, we still have this high, still intact. Okay. Ukufunda thina sicale crushing. Look at this, guys. This would be a perfect setup if we didn't have this equal highs here. If it wasn't for this equal highs, this will be a perfect setup because this will be our breaker order block fair value gap, which means I'm supposed to be looking for entry signal here. This will be a breaker here, and most of you know that I always look for entries where within the breaker, risking how many pips here? Okay, like 2 or 3 pips or so. Perfect setup, right? However, we have equal highs here, which means if we have equal highs, we do not take the trade. Just gonna mark it up for the sake of marking it up here and aim for 3R, which means it will be like 10 pips or so. Man, I'm not so happy about this one here. We are not checking it at all here, not checking this one at all because of this equal highs. Let me bring something. Damn, it's time for Euro USD. We push above this high, break below slow here, which means now we saw this highs. We have PMI exactly coming up shortly. That's why getting sideways move here. Let's wait for that. And guys, there's something that I was trying to get here. There's something I've been trying to get, right? There's something I've been trying to get. Where do I get this thing here? Oh, gonna do this, guys. Forgive me a second here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, huge displacement of downside here. Wait a minute. We want to go short in this thing, right? This is 315 here. If this thing takes off like this, which means it doesn't give us anything to work with in a trade. Let's see now. We are waiting for price to return back into this level right here. This will be our stop loss. Let's look at Aussie here. Aussie, damn, this could have been a perfect setup here, perfect trade as well, but because of this equal highs, I couldn't take it. Remember that? Oh man. I mean, we need miss a good trade here. However, since we have rules, we cannot take trade with the one we have equalize. And Kiwi, let's see if can get price can reverse up to those highs now. Let's look at 3 minutes chart now. And this thing is heavily taking off the downside. That was 315 candle. What do we have at 315 here? We have 315 here, 0 fresh PMI here. Does PMI affects the euro and okay. Damn. You know what just happened here? Is that our bias was all, we nailed the bias and everything, right? Our bias was caught to the point here. We like everything right with our bias. We got it right? However, we got a bias wrong. We just couldn't find a way of taking the trades. The bias was simply perfect, guys. The bias was perfect in so many ways. Because this hourly bias, right? We said we are going to be bearish in this hourly candle. We are bearish, right? And we couldn't get a way of taking this trade at getting an entry here on this thing. However, this one was in Aussie as well, just like everything. And Aussie, we simply didn't take the trade because of this equalizer strict rules. On Kiwi, we can still get a chance here of going short if price can reverse to these levels. But if we go short in this case, where do we put our, where's our drone? Oh damn. I think we can still work with Kiwi here. We can still work with NZD USD here. So we wait for it. Oh man, our trades are gone. Looking at gold as well. Gold simply went to the straight to the downside. We didn't get any entry here on gold. And on gold, we simply missed an entry because I was just focusing on other pairs when price gold tried to this right. I didn't get a signal on gold here. Very missed gold. So which means gold, Aussie, euro, all of these setups for the day here, we couldn't do shit. Despite the downside here. Don't forget, we also have upcoming news exactly at 3:30 as well. So which my best setup now, the setup is still valid. It's gonna be this NZUSD, and now TP will be down below this low here. Wait for this thing here. Let's see if we check out TP at this low. We'll be getting 1.3. And it's a no. Wait, it's gonna wait. We'll wait a little bit longer here. Let's see if we have any lows. We have significant low here. I'm gonna just drop a line here. We have this lows. Remember 2.5R is the sweet spot. So let's wait for this thing come back into us here. Let's wait for this. If you push above this high, we'll be getting a chance to go short here. We push below the slow. However, if you push below the slow, I will no longer be interested.
Here are 3 of the best sites where you can get copyright-free music. Site number 1 is YouTube. All you're going to do is scroll down to the bottom, and over here you'll see Creator Music. And this is where you can get access to both free and paid music that you can license for your YouTube videos. There are some really great options in here, even for the free music section. Like they have Dreamer by Alan Walker, so great electronic music. And you can also browse through the music by genre, mood, vocals, or even price range. So that we
Price returning back to our entry there. Let's see if we get a setup here. I don't use limit orders, guys. I do not use limit orders. The reason being, I always want to pay attention how price returns back. Guys, I feel like seeing my face. Unfortunately, I am out here. Not me out. I'm just my face. My camera shutting down here, so I'm gonna see you guys. Yes, we continue with our live stream. Our live stream goes on. Our live stream goes on and on and on until 4 o'clock is the standard time. Yes, my face is out. See you later. But yeah, we continue with our live stream, by the way. It's just that you won't be seeing my cute face anymore. You won't be seeing my cute face anymore. But then we continue with our live stream here. We missed some good trades. We didn't get euro here. I mean, I'm not sad actually. But look at this thing here. We have the accumulation. We didn't quite get the manipulation. We do have a manipulation here. Then we distribute to downside here, which means that this NZD-USD setup here is my best setup for the day here. I am waiting for this thing to push up here so I can take a trade. This is the part where you stock a trade, you wait for it to come into you, and most traders suck at this, by the way. You know, when FOMO takes over, you start be like, oh, but I wanna be in a trade, I'm gonna miss the trade. Fuck off. Let's get out of here, man. Can price reverse from here? Yes, it can. And if it does this, we do nothing, actually. We do absolutely nothing. Because we are patient. We wait for setups to come to us, and we can only execute when we get a good entry. If we don't get a good entry, we don't do anything. We don't try to chase price action. We have no FOMO here. Right? I'm gonna do this, guys, a bit. I need to get there's no coffee and no water as well. I'm coming right back up, guys. Give me some few seconds. Okay, seems like price action is back into our area here. So now we were simply waiting for displacement with the market start shift to downside. Let's remove this. In this case, where is the low that we have? We have this low here. This will be more like what we call our easy money trade, right? I'm sure most of you know our easy money trade. Yes, I'm paying attention to it, bro. I'm here. Back into this level, we're waiting for easy money trade setup here. However, still in line with everything that we talked about in Aussie as well. But the Aussie, the fact that we have this equal highs here, oh man, I wouldn't take this trade here. Don't forget, we also still have PMI. Looking at euro, this was good, by the way. We didn't get a trade here. For this hour, euro and GBP are gone. I'm so not happy about this one. Yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot here. Reason for the screenshot will go down to my journal. This entry, what exactly at 3 o'clock entry there. Okay, so which means if I'm gonna be journaling, entry that's happen with setup must happen before the time at 3 o'clock fills the scene, which means I'm gonna find out how many of these setups that happens that we don't take. We want to find out how many of these setups that we don't take. Yeah, bro, it's gone. But so far we still have NZUSD here. Let's wait for this one. I think this one will be very good here. However, this is the reason, guys, I don't like use limit orders. Normally, anyone else would just be going short here. But for me, I don't do that. I don't. Price me back into my point of interest here. So from now on, I want that 1 minute entry. I need that entry on 1 minute chart. Because price can simply blow over and push up of this highs. It's possible. It can happen. And if it does like that, which means I'm not in the trade. Because I am patient. I wait for a specific setup to execute. Without a specific setup, we don't execute. We will wait. And guys, please, you can do me a favor here. I need just one more favor. Don't forget to like this video. Yes, I know most of you will. Please do that. And please, you can also share it. Share and share. Let's grow this channel, by the way. And I will try, guys. I'm really new to streaming to YouTube. So yesterday I tried streaming live here. I didn't realize that when I set up this whole thing on OBS, YouTube doesn't actually give me anything. I'll be live without real YouTube notifying me. So it was kind of crazy, right? I didn't realize that, but now I figured it out because I set up the whole thing on OBS. And as for the overlays, yeah, overlays look good. Okay, overlays there and there. Okay, looks good, pretty good. Now we are waiting for an entry on NZUSD. What about Kiwi? Nah, Aussie, we have nothing, man. This could have been a very perfect trade. I believe this thing here will have been will take us out of break even because I'm aggressive when it comes to booking partials, guys. I do not make that mistake. I always want to book partials 1.5R. You have to pay the trader always, and I do not make that mistake. What I believe is that you cannot go broke taking partials. Imagine you get some partials where price versus strip out, but yeah, you made some money. That's what you care, guys. Like I said earlier on, our job here is to make money. Should I repeat that? And yes, I only trade only this pairs here. Look at this thing back here. Let's look at Kiwi now. Ooh, we have this low here, right? However, this low has no up down close K and it down close K, which means it's gonna be, oh yes, we have a setup, but no, we don't, you know. But let's wait and see. We wait, and don't forget, guys, we still have about 32 minutes and 40 seconds remaining for this hourly candle. It makes it easy, which so now we're simply waiting for a certain entry here. You know, the question that we ask myself most of the time is like, what we do when we have this thing doesn't give us an entry here. Guys, I'm gonna say this: day trading doesn't necessarily mean you have to take a trade every single day. Did I say that right? Day trading doesn't necessarily mean you have to take a trade every single day. Seems like we're about to get a trade here. Where's my MT5 here? My MT5 is ready. Wait a minute. I did it. Where's my position size calculator here? I don't want to make that mistake. I always need my position size calculator to be in place right here. Seems like we're getting displacement here to the downside. And where is my position size calculator? I'm gonna move my risk calculator here. This will be the up those high there. We are waiting for a sell signal here. We move down to this, or maybe not. So now we have a very nice low here. We displaced to below this low. This will be a chance for us to go short. Patient pays. Right there. Let's wait for price to displace lower and lower break below this low. This will be a breaker. And this will be the order block here. Now we got something. We're getting somewhere. And if you get a trade over there, which means, guys, I love calculating even everything while I'm still in this thing. This will be the entry here. We'll be risking about 2 pips, and don't worry, don't forget about the spread targeting 4 point something. We still have this low here. This will be the sell side liquidity, right? Look what I'm doing here, guys. We don't even have an entry, but I'm already trying to figure out when this thing happens that I'll be taking profits here, and we'll be aiming for these highs and these lows, you know, like all of those things right on time, because I love being on time. This low right here will be, we can also aim, if we are too ambitious, this low right here will be our drone liquidity as well. Now let's wait for it. And tell me, perfect, on a 5 minutes chart, if you're looking to take a trade 5 minutes chart, this will be perfect. We have this high over there, displacement to downside, market start shift back into this order block, the main threshold of this OB, looking for shorts, right? But hey, I won't do that. I will wait. I will wait. Oh, we wait for it. You're gonna make me lose my mind up in here, up in there. It seems like it's about to come to Papa, come to Daddy. Okay, we pierced below this low here. However, we have this only a week here. Man, I don't need a quick rejection over there. Not that I wanted. I didn't want that. But yeah, guys, this one seems like I'm gonna get a trade like this. This will be my stop loss above that high. Right, okay, my stop loss already there. This will be there. And I'll be putting my TP will be down here. This will be 2.77R. Nope, I don't want that. I'm gonna be aiming for this low here, which will be a whole 4.32R. If we get this trade set up here, we take this trade. That will be the only trade that I will take today, guys. That will put me up over 18R, technical over 20R for the week. And that's what we want, guys. The beauty of trading well. Okay, we have that breaker there, right? I didn't want to take this rejection because this was simply a wick to the downside, but it could have been a nice trade as well, but I didn't want to take it that way. I need the way I see it here, I need price to push, maybe a candle that pushes below this low here, so we get a very thin. Yes, technically we have a market start shift here, but not the cleanest one. I need a clean one in this case. Thank God. Look at this. Follow our rules. If we didn't have that, it would be any trade, right? Yeah, there was no clean displacement here, so we couldn't get an entry. Man, I was already ready for anything, you know. I love being ready, actually, like I always do this. Keep my setup ready and everything. Patiently waiting for it here. Let's go back to Euro. Nothing there. GU, we have nothing as well. Aussie. I still have a problem with this Aussie highs or not Aussies. Kiwi there. Yeah. On NZUSD, I still think we'll get a setup. However, we have to be careful with time. We approach above this high, which means now this is going to be the low here. And again, no displacement, no entry, which meaning no confirmation, no entry. USD CAD, we have nothing here. Should we go on up until maybe the next hour as well? This was beautiful here. Dow Jones not giving none, heavy saving none of whatever's happening there. Thank God we have Nasdaq here. I think Nasdaq, we are likely to take a trade on the next hour. The next hour will be ideal setup for Nasdaq here, for us as well. We set this low here. Nasdaq looks pretty good, but for the next hour, not now. Not now, for the next hour. Okay, pretty good. We'll look at it. I'm not gonna try the S&P 500, all of that stuff. And unfortunately here we only have a setup here on NZD/USD. Let's look at the hourly candle here. How is it so far? Man, this thing pushed lower to the downside and reached its level to the upside now. We suggest that on the next hour we're changing bias and everything. That was so quick. That was quick. This was quick. Let's look at the rejection here. Yeah, we opened here, pushed lower, boom, higher. That was quick, by the way. Let's see if there was something here that I missed. I didn't miss anything in this case. We have equal highs here. Even if you can display it with MacroStrategy Shift, the fact that we have equal highs, I cannot take the trade. Let's wait for this thing here. Okay, let me It's make it easy. So now we are almost out of time here, guys. I have no trade yet, which means in this, let's look at this hourly candle here. Huge spike to the downside on GU, EU as well. Do you see this? Remember when we started our session, when you talk about double page, you swap this high as well as this low, right? We did get that double page on GBP USD here. GBP USD gave us that double page here that we talked about earlier on, which means now this pair has absolutely no reason to push to the downside. We paired the highs and the low as well, which means everything that happens from now on, it's a buy. Looking for a buy signal only on GBP USD. Swap these lows here, and as well as the Asian lows that we mentioned earlier on, which means now we'll be looking for buy signals only. Okay, this is interesting, which means we wait for the next hour. Okay, the next hour. On this hour, guys, I don't think we're still gonna get an entry here. I don't think we will still get an entry. But I guess we'll have to wait, right? What is this, bro? This is NZD USD supplicate downside 1 minute chart. This is this Kiwi time frame 1 minute, right? Yeah, it looks pretty good, bro, because it swept this lows there as well as the previous low here. Swept this low, high, low, and this will be what you said about yesterday. It's ideally, let me just bring it up here. I know, guys, most of it doesn't know we have a private group here. Looking at this low here, we sweat these lows as well, push up our displacement above this high here. I think this displacement will be much cleaner on a 5 minutes to 15 minutes time. Back down into this order block and took off. Very nice setup, bro, here. Very nice setup, especially if you're gonna align it with the daily bias. It's perfect. Yeah, look at this thing here. Swept these lows here with the space high above this high. Price came back down to the 5 value gap, order block here as well here. It's really good, bro. I didn't look at it because I was only focused. Yes, with the fact that we on this DXY here for the day, we are bearish. Look at that thing. It pierced above this high, those highs, which means we're waiting for, which means now this thing, it's only bearish from here on. Only bearish from here on, which means on Euro, on DXY today, from now on you are bearish. You want to get sell signals, which means buy signals only on Euro from now to the next hour. Buy signals up until this high is there. So which means now it's all coming back into one piece now. Which means in this case, this GU suggests the same thing as well. OZ, which means in this case, swap this lows here, fail to close. Again, look at this hourly candle. It swapped this low and obviously going to fail to close below it, which means the next hour we are bullish as well here. Look at NZD USD. Fail to push to below this low. We have SMT here between OZ and Kiwi, right? Indicating Kiwi will be the strongest one. If it closes above this high, bullish signal. Let's go back to gold here. Gold not doing anything, we only swap this low here. So yeah, bro, that's 100% correct. I think this thing here is setting up for the next 4 hour, the 4 o'clock candle, which will be a buy signal or bullish candle. So now we simply wait for an entry, we execute and see how the whole thing plays out. Okay, guys. So yeah, on this hour, I don't think we'll check a trade here. So guys, yeah, I'm gonna do something quick here. Wait a minute. Euro just push it downside again. Oh, 1045, 345 here. The 345 just went bananas. No, maybe not. No, I'm wrong. GU in this case, we look at NZ, this NZD USD. The 1 minute candle here that we've been waiting for. I have an issue. My issue is this equal highs here. If it wasn't for equal highs, I would go short here within this fair value gap. I would take the trade here. You have this high, low, failure swing in this case, or maybe look at this high, low right here. And use this. Look at this breaker here. But the problem that we have these equal highs. Right? If we have equal highs, can I take a trade with equal highs? We cannot take a trade when we have equal highs. We cannot do that because this is simply what is a nice strong liquidity on the sides there. So which means, yeah, even though this may look good and all that, but we cannot take it at all. We cannot take it at all. Okay, so wait. Now guys, I'm trying to make a very important call here. Finally. Okay guys, we are back here. So on this hour, this setup on NZUSD here, I won't check it even if I admit it looks good. Type into fair value gap here, but because of this equalizer, it means no trader at all. So this means on this whole hour, we have no setup, no entry at all. So which means this hour here, we came in here. Yes, we missed a good setup on gold here. We missed a very good entry. We also missed the one, where was this here on euro? We couldn't get an entry here on euro, but it was perfect setup as well. So let's see how we get in the next hour, guys. But for now, guys, I'm gonna take a short break. I need to get breakfast. I need to get sorted because yeah, we'll be back in the next following hour here. I'm taking a short break, guys. We'll be back later on today, and we'll continue with this live stream. Look at this thing here. Okay, I'm gonna